Trent, are you with us? Trent, I can't hear you. Sorry. You're not on mute, but not picking up anything on your microphone. I'll give you a minute to try to work on that. Let me go to Brian Taylor.
Hi, yes. My name is Brian Taylor. I'm the facilities manager with Overton Brand Family.
Okay.
Did you hear that okay?
Yeah, I did. I'm getting some feedback. Looks like you guys are in the same room there. Is that right?
Hi, I'm Trent Miller. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, yes. So Brian, could you unmute so that you guys can both share, that you and Trent can both share that microphone? Brian Taylor, if you could unmute. Brian, can you hear me? Can either of the Mr. Miller or Mr. Taylor hear me right now? If you can, you just shake your head. Yeah. Okay. So Mr. Taylor, your microphone is working. But Mr. Miller, who's also in the room with you, his microphone is not working. So Mr. Taylor, if you could just go off of mute so that I can hear both of you through your microphone, that'd be great. Okay. Mr. Miller, if you want to go ahead.
Yes, my name's Trent Miller. I'm the Chief Financial Officer with Overton Brand Family. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you just fine. Yeah. Okay, great. Welcome.
And I'm a director of the organization and signer on behalf of both the Phototype Engraving Company and also Pine Knot Company as well.
Okay, great. Welcome. All right, let's move on to, and I'm sorry, if you could, Mr. Miller, if you could turn off the output of your audio as well. We don't have the feedback.
I'm going to leave and join with you over there.
Okay.
That's great. That'll work too.
Yeah, Trent's
Okay.
actually going to leave on his end and join with me on my computer.
That works great. Thank you, guys. Okay, Dennis Schmidt here. Mr. Schmidt, are you with us? If so, if you could unmute. Amy Drake, I'll call you next.
Yeah, Dennis Schmidt, R2 Construction, general contractor.
Okay. Great. Welcome. Okay. And then Amy Drake.
Yes, Amy Drake, Phoenix Architecture, project manager for this phototype project.
Okay, great. Welcome. And then I see we also have Emily Ahouse here from the planning department. Welcome, Emily.
Good morning.
Okay, are we expecting anyone else to join us here on the applicant owner side?
No.
Okay, great. So I need to read through our hearing script. This will just cover the procedure for the hearing and then we'll get started. So this is the March 19th, 2025 session of the zoning hearing examiner docket. Again, my name is David Sturkey. I'm the zoning hearing examiner for the city. The case before us today is case number ZH20250016. That's 2144 Florence Avenue. The purpose of this hearing is to allow applicants and any other parties to testify and to offer and refute evidence and testimony. This hearing will follow the rules found in the zoning code and the supplemental rules of the zoning hearing examiner. All testimony and evidence that an applicant or any other party wishes to offer must be presented at this hearing. The hearing will proceed as follows. The applicant, the applicant's attorney, or the applicant's agent will first present the applicant's case. For our purposes here today, I'll allow Mr. Schmidt, Ms. Drake, Mr. Taylor, and Mr. Miller. I'll give you all an opportunity to provide any testimony if you would like. One of you can speak, all of you can speak. It's really up to you. Typically, applicants will provide background on the project, what exactly it is they're requesting in terms of the zoning relief that's necessary to complete the project, and then of course why they think that relief is appropriate for this particular project. If there were anyone here from the public, the general public or neighboring property owner, they would have an opportunity to speak after the applicant has presented its case. I will hear from the planning department and Ms. Ahouse to provide any testimony in addition to the staff report that was produced by her office. In the event that any party testifies or offers argument in opposition to this application, the applicant will have an opportunity to respond to that testimony offered in opposition. And then finally, the applicant will have an opportunity to make any closing statements. After all presentations have been made, I will close the hearing. Decisions may be expected within 2 weeks. I may limit or exclude any testimony that I deem irrelevant or outside the scope of the application being considered. I may interrupt any speaker to ask questions or to make any comments. In the event of any technical difficulties, as we've already seen a little bit, I'll do my best to troubleshoot those issues on the fly. But if there's some issue that prevents us from meaningfully going forward with this hearing, I may continue or postpone the hearing at my discretion. Okay, the last thing I need to do is just swear in all of our witnesses. So if you intend on providing any testimony here today, making any comments, asking any questions, really doing anything other than just strictly observing, the zoning code requires that I swear you in. So if that's you, if you could please raise your right hand. I'll need you to answer out loud. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you shall provide will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
I do.
I do. I do.
I
Okay,
do.
great. Thanks, everyone. Okay, who's going to be taking the lead here for us on the presentation?
I can speak to the business strategy and why we're doing what we're doing, and then allow Amy or Dennis to speak on behalf of the contractors that are actually doing the work for us. So with that said, I'll go ahead and get started.
Sure.
We are looking to expand our 2144 operations due to business growth and acceleration of new clients coming in for our metal decoration business, where we need to add a line to generate more capacity to meet the needs of our clients. At the same time, this will drive incremental growth in our employee headcount over time. So it's not only expanding our footprint, we will be adding headcount and also growing our revenue, which in turn should grow the revenue for the city on tax purposes in Ohio as we grow our business. I don't know if you want any more than that, but it's purely driven on growth of our business and meeting the needs of our clients and gaining a client, which is the largest beverage company in the world.
Okay, great. All right. Can you share who that is, out of curiosity? Is it like Coca-Cola or something?
Confidentially, I can't
You don't have
confirm
to.
or deny
You don't
what
have
you
to.
say.
I'm just
Confidentially, I
curious.
cannot
Okay.
confirm or deny what you say.
Got it. Okay. Got it. Got it. All right. Thanks. All right. Thanks, Mr. Miller. Ms. Drake, did you want to talk about the project some more?
Sure. The proposed project is about a 1,068 square foot addition on the back of their existing print shop. The idea is to add equipment, as Trent had said, to expand their business. It goes on the rear of the building. Its appearance will be as the building is right now. It also sits against a retaining wall, so the ability to see this addition would be very, very limited. We do need your approval as it's in the Hillside District. It also, we are imposing on the rear setback, being up against that retaining wall. Soil studies have been done. Everything seems good as the soil behind us is retained, no effect on the hillside itself. And I guess that's other than the submittal we made, that's the bulk of what I have.
Sure. Okay. So is the setback then with the addition, is that going to be closer than the existing setback? Is that right? Is it going to be getting closer to the retaining wall?
Yes, correct. Yes, we're
Okay.
moving towards the retaining wall. There's an existing asphalt drive back there right now, and we'll be
Okay.
building where that drive is.
Got it. Okay. And you said that this does comply with the hillside standards in terms of excavation, retaining walls, and height.
Yes, yes, we're actually low. Our new addition will be lower than the existing building there as far as height. And its soil studies have been done. The retaining wall is existing, so no new retaining is required.
Okay. All right. Anything else you want to tell me about the project?
That's what I have. Dennis, do you have anything you'd like to add?
It's a very simple building. There's no plumbing or sanitary at all because there's no restroom or any need for floor drains. Metal building, like Amy said, 1,068 square feet on a block foundation with a concrete slab, epoxy floor to house their equipment that they want to move into that.
All right. Anything else from anyone on the applicant team before I give the planning department an opportunity to weigh in here?
Just one other thing. The building will be fully sprinkled as well.
Okay, great. Thank you. Ms. Ahouse, did you want to add anything to the staff report? And it looked, as I reviewed the staff report, it looked like there was not an official recommendation. I think maybe they just left out what the recommendation was.
I think that I have it up right now. I think that was just an error in the staff report. We
Nice.
are recommending approval of the hillside review. All that's being requested, and Weth Monsell did a detailed analysis in his staff report. But the only element that's being requested is that rear setback as part of the maximum building envelope calculation. They do meet the cut and fill, as well as the retaining wall heights and all of the other hillside-based development standards. So it's just that rear setback. And the location of the addition is really on the logical part of the property. It is a flat portion of the property, so it is not adversely affecting the hillside. And it allows the continued operations with the loading and the parking in the front. So it's really the logical place to allow the business to expand without impacting the hillside. And our finding is that it's consistent overall with the hillside development standards.
Okay, great. Thanks, Emily. All right, I'll turn it back over to the applicants here or anyone on the applicant team. I don't have any more questions. Is there anything you want to say in closing or otherwise, or in response to any of them, Ms. Ahouse's comments?
We greatly appreciate the approval and review to allow us to do this expansion, as it will benefit not only us as an organization, but also the broader good of the company and the city to bring new clients that could be coming in and looking at our areas and get exposure to the Cincinnati market that could potentially open them up to maybe moving their operations in the future here as well, because they're large scale clients.
Okay, great. Let's leave it at that. I've had a chance to, excuse me, to review the application materials and the staff report. I'm familiar with this area and have done other zoning reviews along this strip of Florence. So based on all of that and based on the testimony that I've heard here today, I think it would be impractical to strictly enforce the zoning code to this application, which means that I'm going to approve the application. I need to formalize that approval in a written decision. I mentioned at the beginning that typically takes about 2 weeks. I'd say that's probably pretty close estimate to when I can get this out, just based on my current queue of cases. I'll do everything I can to get it to you as quickly as possible. As soon as I finish the decision, I put it into a PDF and then I'll email it to everybody who's on the hearing here today. So you all have a copy of that decision really just moments after it's complete. As soon as the planning department, they'll also be on that email. As soon as they receive the email, they can approve the zoning permitting on their end and you all can take the next steps. Any questions about any of that? Okay, great. Well, if you have any questions in the meantime, or you would like a status update on the decision, feel free to reach out to me. I'm happy to provide that to you. Otherwise, good luck with the project. Congratulations on the growth, and hope you all have a wonderful day.